Hello, May class, and welcome to your next English lesson. In the previous lesson, hopefully you were doing something that was quite fun and you were planning your escape from the house. So today we will be boxing up, well, you should have boxed up your ideas yesterday, and today we're going to start writing out our box up. So I'm going to share with you my box up that I did yesterday, and then we will be modeling how to write out the first paragraph, and then you will be set off to do your paragraph as well as your list of things that you need to do. So let's have a look at that. As mentioned, we are going to be writing up, we're going to do a shared write, so we're going to do it together. It's a little bit different to how we normally do it in class, because in class we would be using the box up that we did as a class to do it, which we haven't quite been able to do today, but you will still be modeling. I will be modeling how to write it and my thinking while I do it, and then you will be modeling it for yourselves as well. So yesterday, we boxed up ideas of how to escape the house. So I've got what goes into the class text in my class text one, and then I've got our innovation next to it. So if we have a look, I've written some key ideas that we could include in our box up. I've got dreaming about being outside, playing outdoors, seeing our friends, running free. I've got an example of a snappy sentence that I can use. I've said, do not despair. I've said that step-by-step instructions, which is obviously a key vocabulary word, instructions, that we would need a technical vocabulary would also be outdoors, outside, running free. So I've just written down the ideas and I haven't written the paragraph itself, just the ideas. For what you will need, I've said in our class text, it's got a list of things needed. It's got bullet points as well to remind myself that these need to be bullet pointed. So I've listed off the things that I spoke about yesterday that I would need in my list, in my escape plan. So I've got rope, bacon, dark clothes, the Alexa for a distraction, my backpack, and some snacks. And then instead of writing out the steps step by step, I've written what I will need for those steps. So I've written my fronted adverbials of time. I've said first, next, then, after that, finally. I've also written some specific instructional words that I would use. So I've got distraction, camouflage, that's some of the technical vocabulary that we can include. I've also said leopard crawl. I've included some adverbs, so I've got quickly in there. I've got escape in there, which is obviously the verb that we're using. So that has to do with the steps that I would talk about, of causing a distraction, putting on my camouflage, leopard crawling out of my house, and quickly escaping. I also including imperative verbs. So the imperative verbs that I could use when I'm writing. Now, when you're planning, you may not use all the ones that you have written down. So it's useful to write the ones that you think you will use, and then you can refer back to them. So I've got tie, set, put, escape, pack, crawl, and run. My adverbs, I've got carefully, quickly, quietly, slowly. Those are all adverbs that I could use in an escape plan. So I need to do things carefully. I need to do them quickly, quietly. Maybe I need to move slowly so nobody hears me. Silently could have also been one. And then I've thought, what would I need to remember, or what should be an important note, something to make note of that anyone reading these needs to be careful of. So not to make a noise, sneaking through the house, having fun. So this should be something where you could have fun. So today, you need to make sure that you have got your box up with you, because I'm going to talk through how to write the introductory paragraph, making sure it links into what you are going to be writing about, and then also making sure that I'm including everything that I need in it. So in the next video, you will see the box up. So make sure you have got your make sure you've got your box up ready to use. I'll be modeling each step with you. Make sure to pause the video after each instruction and complete what we have discussed.
So, as mentioned previously, we're going to be using the innovation that we created together to write our introductory paragraph and our list of what we will need using the ideas that we came up with yesterday. So if you have a look at our innovation here, we've obviously got the class text that we innovated up together. We've got it on this side, and then over here we've got the innovation itself and some of the ideas that we wrote outside. So remember, it was just ideas that we were writing down, keywords, maybe phrases, short sentences that we wanted to include that we can now turn into full sentences. So let's start. We can see that we are going to start with an introductory paragraph. We of course need a heading for our instructions. So my heading is how to escape the house. So I've written it, I've got my capital letter there, I've got my joint handwriting, and I've underlined using a ruler. I've got two colors, and these two colors are to show my punctuation, and then also obviously to if I make any mistakes. So let's start. I want to start with a rhetorical question because I can see that my introductory paragraph has got rhetorical questions in it, and I want it to link to what we're going to write about. So I'm going to start with, do you think about the outdoors? I'm going to start with a capital D for do. Do you think about the outdoors? And it's a rhetorical question, so it needs to have a question mark at the end. Okay, then I'm going to think about what we wrote in our key text, and we said about dreaming about the rulers. So if we want to escape, why are we escaping? Because we want to go outside, we want to play with our friends. So I'm going to say, do you dream about playing with your friends and running free in the park? And that, of course, is a rhetorical question. So we're going to end it with a question mark. So this now says, do you think about the outdoors? Do you dream about playing with your friends and running free in the park? Now I'm going to start with the beginning part of our answer, and I'll lead into our instructions. So I'm going to say, if so, and it's a fronted adverbial, so it has a comma. If so, you are destined to escape, and I've made a mistake. So once I make a mistake, I get my ruler. I'm going to put a line through it, and I'm going to correct it above it. Okay, So, if so, you are destined to escape your house. It's the end of that sentence. I'm going to say full stop. Now, I'm going to try and include my short, snappy sentences. So I'm going to say, do not despair. Full stop, because that's the end of my sentence. Help is at hand. End of my sentence, because it's a short, snappy sentence. Full stop. Okay, so do not despair. Help is at hand. Escaping your house. Escaping your house has never been so easy. Full stop. Then I'm going to say my bit that I planned about step-by-step instructions. So I'm going to say, read these step-by-step instructions, and soon you too could be running free, enjoying the sunshine. So read the step-by-step instructions, and soon you too could be riding your bike into freedom. I've made it a bit more interesting. Okay, so let's read our introductory paragraph together. How to escape the house. Do you think about the outdoors? Do you dream about playing with your friends and running free in the park? If so, you are destined to escape your house. Do not despair. Help is at hand. Escaping your house has never been so easy. Read these step-by-step instructions, and soon you too could be riding your bike into freedom. So, have I got rhetorical questions? Yes. Have I got short, snappy sentences? Yes. Have I used technical vocabulary? I've used do not despair, destined, I've used escape, I've used instructions, I've used the word freedom, I've used the word outdoors, so you know a bit more about what we're writing. So I've used my technical vocabulary. So what I would like you to do in today's lesson is the following. I would like you to write your introductory paragraph to the using your innovation that you created. Remember what you've written, remember about what you've planned, remember what should go into the introductory paragraph. You don't want to include steps in this because your steps will come a little bit later. This is just an introduction to what you are planning.
Okay, so I've explained to you and I've modeled to you how to write the introductory paragraph. So what I would like you to do is the following 3 tasks. Complete the introductory paragraph of your innovation. So the ideas that you came up with yesterday, I only want you to do the introductory paragraph. Using a different color, check your spellings and your punctuation and show your corrections with that color. You're welcome to use a dictionary to check your spellings and anything that you're unsure of, or maybe you would even like to include even more interesting vocabulary. You've thought of a different word. So instead of saying, I thought, maybe you want to say, oh, I said thought, I actually want to use the word dreamed. So you'd put a neat line through it and correct it with the better vocabulary above it. And then I would like you to edit it. So not just the spellings and the punctuation, go through it, think about making it better. Is there better vocabulary you can use? Have you included the following underneath? Have you included your rhetorical questions? Have you punctuated your rhetorical question correctly? Have you used any short, snappy sentences? Have you used some technical vocabulary that could link up to what we're writing about escaping, maybe camouflage, like I said, leopard crawling, sneakily? Have you included vocabulary that would be important for escaping the house? And then once you've edited it, I would like you to rewrite that neat paragraph for me, and that's what you are going to start off with in the next lesson, is your edited, checked your spelling, your paragraph that you've edited, the one that you've checked the spelling and the punctuation, the one that you've created or you've included better vocabulary, that it's got rhetorical questions, it's got short, snappy sentences, it's got technical vocabulary, it's got something that it explains that you're actually going to be reading step-by-step instructions to complete something. So all of that needs to be included in your final paragraph, please. Don't forget to upload this onto Tapestry. It's important that we get to see what you've been doing, and make sure it is all uploaded by 4 o'clock.